Hello, Cutie. I thought that today we could do some, some nice self-care, self-check-in cards. Because I feel like in general and in life, we often get distracted by this and that, and we're often thinking about external things. So much so that we rarely look internally and think about ourselves, check in with ourselves, check in with our brains, and check in with how we as individuals are feeling, because we're so focused on external things and external just busyness, like the busyness, general busyness of life. And we keep getting responsibilities piled on top of each other until we just don't really have time to think about ourselves and think about what we as individuals want. We're just too focused on external things and things that don't really matter too much to us. And before we know it, we are stressed, we are burnt out, and we just have not been able to focus inwards at all. Right? So today, forget everything. Forget about the things you had to do yesterday. Forget about the things you had to do earlier on. Forget even about the things that you gotta do later on, tomorrow, this week, whatever. Shh. Shh. Shh, shh, shh. Hush now. Hush, hush, hush. Shh. Silence that external noise. Silence the external noise, the external busyness. Shh, 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 shh. It doesn't matter. What matters right now is you. It's you. You're all that matters. You're all that matters to me. And you're all that matters to you in this moment. For once, stop thinking about other people and think about yourself. Think about yourself. Okay, is that a deal? Do we have a deal now? Do we have a deal here? I hope so. Okay, perfect. Why don't we begin and start looking at these cards, shall we? Because I'm sure there's plenty for us to go through, right? So let's begin. Let's start thinking about it. Let's begin, let's start. Okay, self-checking card. Numero uno. Oh my god. This one's pretty good. As a first card. Have I taken my medication today? Have you taken your medication today? I hope so. This is very important. If you still can, I recommend doing it. Next one. Is there something that I've been avoiding that I need to do? If possible, have I asked for help? I feel like in life we tend to avoid responsibilities until it's too late. We avoid one single responsibility, then one responsibility turns into 2 responsibilities, then to 3, then to 4, then to 5. And before we know it, we are truly overwhelmed. And we don't know where to start. So if there is something that you've been avoiding, how about you stop avoiding it now? I'm watching you. Oh, this one's kinda wholesome and cute. What inspires me? What inspires you? I'm sure you can think of at least 1 or 2 things. If you want to, you can let me know in the comments below what inspires you. Okay, moving on. Oh, this one's very important. How am I feeling? How are you feeling today? Are you feeling good? Or if you were feeling bad, are you feeling better now? Are you feeling better now than you were feeling when you first woke up? How are you? Oh, okay, this one is so important, truly. What can I thank myself for? What can I thank myself for? What can I thank myself for? Have I changed my clothes today? Have you? If not, now is the time. Ah, this one is Mazel approved. I like this. I like this one a lot. When did I last have a drink of water? When did you last drink water? Hydrate. Now. Hydrate this minute. Hydrate right the frick now. If you're in bed already, then I won't force you to get up, but consider getting some water if you haven't really had much water today in general. What empowers me? What makes you feel strong? What empowers me? What empowers you? What makes you feel like life is worth living? Have you applied deodorant today? Have I applied deodorant today? Make sure you look after yourself. Your hygiene and your well-being is so important. So important. What can I do to make my space more comfortable? What can I do to make my space more comfortable? I'm sure there's quite a few things that you can do. Maybe, if you haven't already, maybe clean your room. Or, give yourself time to clean your room at some point. You'll feel so much better. Trust me. I know, especially if you're dealing with a lot of things, this one can be really difficult. Because, sometimes it can be just difficult to get out of bed or do anything. So for some people this is like such a simple thing to do, but I know that a lot of people can struggle with this. Have you brushed your teeth today? Maybe it sounds like a silly question to some, but this is something that some people genuinely struggle with if they are struggling with a lot of mental health issues. So if this possibly applies to you, then maybe it's time to try. Maybe it's time. You got this. Am I following anyone on social media who makes me feel bad about myself? I cannot stress how important it is to have a healthy relationship with social media. It's so important to have a healthy relationship with social media, and many of us really do not have a healthy relationship with social media and have possibly quite a very toxic one. And honestly, you need to be very careful about who influences you on social media and who you follow on social media and the kind of content that you consume on social media. It seems like something so simple, but social media can be so damaging to your mental health. I've already done this one, but it's back. Have I applied deodorant today? If you still haven't, consider doing it. Let's see. What am I doing right now that I don't enjoy? Can I delegate it, ask for help, or simply forget it? Ooh. This one is so important. I cannot stress enough. I truly cannot stress enough. Make sure you're only doing things that help you, that serve you. Don't do anything that isn't necessary and isn't important, especially if it's really draining for your mental health. Be conscious of the things that you do on a day-to-day basis and how they affect you mentally. It's so important to think about it. So, really, I encourage all of you to really think about this one. Really think about it. But yes, I think that was a very nice card to end on, and I'll be leaving you guys there. Thank you so much for doing some self-check-in cards with me, and I really hope we can do this again because it's so important. Or maybe even do this again but for a longer period of time. But this, I guess, is kind of like a taster. But if you would like maybe like a 30-minute version of this or an hour-long version of this, let me know and I'll do what I can. I'll see what I can do. I still haven't done an hour-long ASMR video and I should really try. But we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, cuties, and sleep well. Night night, sweet dreams.